Welcome to episode 86 of Meet the GIMP. My name is Rolf Steinert and I'm recording this in Bremen, northern Germany. And to be exactly, I'm recording this here. And you see I'm quite near the old city here, and I'm quite near to the main train station and the big train line here. And for our big park, the Citizens Park or Bürgerpark, it's only about 2 kilometers. And as we had in the forum discussion about old images from war times, Second World War, mixed with today's images, you should check that out. It's on the blog at meetthegimp.org. Should be the posting below the blog entry of this episode here. And because of this discussion, I thought, well, I can go into the park and shoot the only thing in the park that's really nasty, and these are 3 air raid shelters. 2 are here, and 1 is a little bit up here, around here in this area. They are not really air raid shelters, but shelters for anti-aircraft guns, high buildings as high as the trees there, and on top of them were anti-aircraft guns, and in the building were all the equipment and place for the people who run the artillery and so on. And this here, this shelter is a bit famous in Bremen, because here the last heroes, these idiots who waited for the Führer to come with Wunderwaffen to help them to win the war, they made quite a fight in 1945, and instead of surrendering the city, it got quite some shelling before the war was over. So I went up to here. The light was going away and I didn't want to go up to here, and well, I shot a 2 GB card of images. And now I'm doing something that well, a real photographer should never do. I'm showing what I've shot without selecting, editing, pruning. I'm just showing you the card as it has come out of the camera. Oh, by the way, this map here is not Google or Yahoo or something else. It's from the OpenStreetMap project. You can go to openstreetmap.com, and this map is made by volunteers and maintained by volunteers, and it's quite a nice thing. It's a little bit like Wikipedia for maps. If you find an error and master the editing process here, you can change the map and make it better. Okay, now let me take my card and plug it into the card reader. My system is a Linux system, an Ubuntu 8.10 with the version 8.10 on it, but I think the applications that I'll show you are working in one or the other form on all other operating systems too. And I want to show you F-Spot Photo Manager. There's a similar application running around for the other desktop manager of Linux, that is not only the other one, but one of the other ones. There are at least 100 different desktop managers in Linux, but the other big one, and that is KDE. There the program is called DigiCam, and I think it can do nearly the same stuff. Okay, when I put in my card with the digital images, this window pops up here. You have inserted a medium with digital photos. Choose what application to launch, and I can select here FSpot Photo Manager, or I can open the folder or digicam or so. And I want to open FSpot. I have to select if I want to download the images from my video player or from the camera card. And here are the images, and they are now scanned. If we look around here, here is a list of all the images. You see I have shot with a combination of JPEG and NEF raw images. And we have here a little thumbnail of the image. Going down here to the last one. Here we have attach tag. I can just now attach a tag to all these images. I won't do that because this is a mix of images from the Burger Park and other parts. I'll do that later. Target location is my directory with photos. I could change that, and I want the computer to detect duplicates. If I had put in the camera the card twice, it would check for dupes. Okay, let's copy them. Well, I think you don't have to wait for 254 images. I'll just press pause here. And here we are, the download is complete. Now let me resize this window to the recording window here, and then we'll have a look around. I have to do a disclaimer first. Up to now I haven't used a lot. Up to now I haven't used FSpot a lot, so I'm in no way an expert. But I like this program, and I will use it from now on. But I think I can tell you a little bit about it, and well, we'll have to explore together. On the left side here, you see a sidebar. On the bottom is a histogram of the image, of the active image. If I have no active image, can I have no active image? No, apparently not. It's when you start this selection here, then there is no active image. Then this top part is going down up to here. So we have a histogram. We can take this away. And we have the image information, and with the date when it was shot, and the exposure information. And on top here we have a list of tags where I can select images. We'll come to that in a moment. I can change here this to metadata and see here all the stuff that is in the image. And I can change to edit, which is for an NEF image not quite the right thing to do. But let's think this is a JPEG here. Yes, okay. So I can desaturate, I can do a sepia tone, I can do auto color. Well, I haven't done a lot of editing with this here. It can do a good job of a quick edit. We'll have a look into that. Okay, and on top here we have a timeline. When I drag this along here, then I can select the images in different months. Here this is January, this is February, and we'll explore this later when I have imported these images. And here is my image area. On the bottom I can zoom the images. I can make very small thumbnails out of them, or I can make them fairly large. You'll see I'll pull these big because I'm recording here in 1200 by 900 pixels, and so the image is more downsized than normal. I already told you that I had shot in JPEG and RAW, and there's a tool for merging these images. It's here under Tools, Merge RAW. And do it now. Okay. And now I'm down to half the number of my images here. And each of these images is one image with two versions. I can have here the version JPEG and the version original. Original is always the NEF, the digital negative. The images here are sorted in a timeline. The newest one is on top left, and the oldest one is just on the bottom here. Here on top we have a menu bar with a lot of things in that I don't want to look into just now, and some tools here. We can rotate an image, and we can change the mode in which we are working. We can work in browse mode, like here now, and we can work in edit mode. Let's do that. Then we have one image here, and can work with that. There are some tools here with right-click, rotation, develop in UF-RAW, open with, and you see here even GIMP, delete, attach a tag, and so on. We'll explore this later. And we have a full screen mode. When I let me select a better image for that. Let's take this one here. When I click on full screen, the image is enlarged for the full. The image is enlarged to fill the monitor, and you see about 2/3 of it now. With one, I can zoom into the image for a pixel by pixel view, and with dragging with the mouse I can move around. And with two, I can even go nearer into the image and zoom to 200%. So now 4 pixels in the image on the screen is 1 pixel on the image. It's great to check for sharpness and artifacts and so on. Looks like a potato here, isn't it? With space, I can go to the previous image, and there are some other hotkeys which I just now can't access because the help file is not on my screen just now. Okay, let's exit this with F. Well, I have to confess there is a good help file here, and we can have a look here. But let's explore first the browse mode. As you see, I have a lot of images in several versions, partly because I didn't trust my hands and shot in burst mode. You know the burst trick? Just shoot in automatic mode, clack, 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 and if you move in the first, have motion blur in the first one, you will not have in the second or third one. And if it's really dark, take 5 or so shots. The ones in the middle will be the best. So the first thing I do is I rate my images. I just decide which to keep and which to throw out. And so let's have a look here. The first one here, I'm pressing V to have a little bit larger image here. When I move the mouse out, the image closes. This was nice for showing you how this area looked, but I don't want to have them. The second one here, second series, I think I have to look a little bit closer. So I go into Edit Image, and here in Edit mode I have a film strip here on top with all the images. We are just working, I think, on this here, don't know exactly, or on this one. And I can now explore this image here. When I now press V, I open a loop. I can move this loop around and have a pixel per pixel view of the image, and this here looks quite good. Let's V switches off this mode, and let's have a look at this one, if it's better. Yes, I think this one is better. And the third one. Okay, I should have switched off the loop. Now it's a bit broken or so. I think this is the best one of the three. So I give this one here 2 stars. I like this image. I think I can do something out of it, make something out of it. Now let's go to the next image. This is the entry. And as you can see here with the light on top and the door here, there was something on in there. We'll come to that. No. No. This it's a little bit better than the other one also, but I don't think let's go back. No, it's just a snapshot. It doesn't show anything important about this building here. This is quite different. Let's rotate it. I had the camera at an odd angle, and so the camera didn't know where top was. Well, this is I like that. Okay, 2 stars. Now 1 star. Next one. And so I go through the images, no star for all the ones I don't want to keep, and 1 star to how many stars? 5. I can, for top image I can give 5 stars. 5 stars for the brilliant image, and I'll throw away everything that has not at least 1 star. So what's about this one here? Well, I decide later. I have now gone through all the images and distributed stars, and all the stuff I have not starred will go away in a moment. I do this in full screen mode, and here I can just look at the image and decide, and I can zoom in with 1 to 100%, with 2 to 200%, and with 0 I can fit the image into the screen. And if I want to keep this image, I just press Alt 1 or 2 to give them the stars. Alt 0 removes the stars. You can go out of full screen mode with F or with Escape, and Shift E Shift I gives you some information which you can't see because it's out of your screen now, because it's out of the recording area. So with this I have gone through all the images here. Now I want to get rid of all the images that I had not starred, and let's remove this one here. I can do this with right mouse click and just click here on the star, or next to the star, and I have rating of 0, or I can press Alt 1, Alt 2 or Alt 0 for removing the rating. And now I go to Find, and here by rating set the rating filter, and now I say I want to have the minimum rating 0 stars and the maximum rating also 0 stars. Click on OK, and you see a lot of the images is gone. Well, you can't see it here, but these 3 here are still there, and there was a second one of this here, and this is in the 1 or 2 star rating. And now I just select them all, Control A, and I go right click and say Remove from Drive, Delete from Drive. I get the information, 64 images. Okay, yes, let's kill them. Now they are gone, and I can set my filter in a different way here. Find by rating, clear rating filter. Now I can start tagging the images. I don't want to tackle these here. These images are from the Burger Park, where I went, just some fun with ducks, and here a nice image of a house in the Burger Park with a bench in the cold. So I mark all this on this too, and these get now the tag Burger Park. I have a tag for Burger Park here. I just take this tag and pull it over. So these images have the tag Burger Park, and when I look for them later on, I can find them. Let's give them a second tag, and the tag Winter. Let's see here. I have tags for places, for events, for mood, and a purpose. I have a project here, things, and I think I'll put this into mood, and I add a tag, create a new tag under mood, and I winter or cold. I could name it cold. Create. And now I select again all the images and give them this tag. You see here, the first image here in the selection has shown up here in this icon. I can edit this tag. Now if I double click on it, I get only the images here which have this this code in it. So exclude photos tagged cold. This is what I wanted to do here. So now only my my shelter is left. I can edit this tag and give it a different image or a different parent tag. I can stack them here, and I can change the name and so on. So, but let's look at the image that I have now here. I want to tag them all. Control A, and of course they should also be in the Bürgerpark. Here, Bremen, Bürgerpark. And I want a new tag with here things. I want to have a tag named Bunker. That's the German word for this shelter. So let's move this over to here. Okay. This let's edit this tag. You see here this image isn't quite so good to see for being a bunker or a shelter, and I can now go through these images here and find a suitable one that fits the bill here. And I think this is recognizable. Or let me go into this here. This is good. This is from the inside of the shelter. Okay. Later on, when I'm out of my import role, I can find these images with these selection tools here. Just click here on Bürgerpark and then I get all the images from the Bürgerpark. Or I select here the bunker and I will get all images about shelters, air raid shelters, and so on. Not that I have that much now. Okay, what else? I can post-process these images starting from here. But first let me tell you a short story about this. When I came there, this door was a little bit ajar. There's a grid door, iron grid in front of it, and it was open. And I thought going in or not, and I decided not to. And well, in front of this there was a bike, and as you can, let me go to edit image mode. As you can see, this bike, it wasn't that big, and well, school children. And I thought, what's up there? But then a guy came along and had drumsticks under his arm and some sheets of music in his hand, and he invited me to come into this shelter. And they can use the lower 2 stories here for music practice. They have installed their little practice rooms, isolated a bit against the cold, and they are working there. They can't use the whole area because the top stories are not safe in case of fire in the area below, because the smoke would go up and there's no way out from there. And so I was allowed into this here and made some it was a bit disturbing there. For example, this is a door there. I have to work a bit on this image, or the stairs and the entry to the toilet. It was nice to talk to this guy, and especially to think about, to learn something about the situation of musicians in the city, because they are really in trouble. The old air raid shelters where they found a home, they are converted now that the technology is there for cutting up this 3 or 4 meters of concrete. Then they are converted to houses, to living areas. And now they have gone out of a lot of them in the parts of the city, and are fearing that they will have to go out there too. So even of these things are standing around like Thor thumbs in the area, they are useful now, and I also think we should keep some of them in this state, this little bit depressing state, and not converted to a cheerful home, because this is well, a warning not to talk too lightly about going to war again. May it be where it is. Everywhere where you go to war, there is someone who is getting hurt by all the stuff that's falling from the sky. Let me wrap this up without video, because I had some problems with the recording. F-Spot and all the other tools are a replacement for a lot of tools which the analog photographer had. First, it's a replacement for the light table or for the contact sheet. There you sorted your images and decided which one to throw away, which one to store, and which one to publish. And then it's a replacement for the filing cabinet, because you can store your images there and retrieve them from there. And if you are a bit careful with backups, it's even safer than with analog images. If you have a set of DVDs somewhere, or an external hard disk somewhere else, fire or water is no problem. Of course, you have to see that you copy your backups in regular intervals. Then these programs are a replacement for an index. You can find an image according to a lot of criteria, either by date or by tag, and I think there are some other ways, by rating, of course. And you can set some as favorites and set up a slideshow and so on. That's another way, another tool in there. Exporting the images to programs to post-process, example to GIMP or other programs, and to upload them on the web. There's a plugin for 23 and for Flickr, and for gallery software, and for burning them on CD and so on. So this is a very rich program which can be enhanced by adding plugins, which are not terribly difficult to write, as I've heard, but more to that in a later show. If you visit the forum at forum.meetthegimp.org, you'll find one thread that's very active, and that's the thread about designing a new website. The current website has no real design. It's just the standard WordPress design with a new header slapped on by me. And Daniel is doing a lot of work, and we are all criticizing him and giving ideas how to do it better than it is now. And I invite you to have a look there. You'll find the link for this in the show notes or in the forum. And if you want to register to the forum and don't get the confirmation email in minutes after you've sent off your forum entry request, filled out the form and so, then please contact me at info@meetthegimp.org. There's a problem with mail from the forum. I'm on the way to solve it, but well, I'm not ready yet to go this way with there's something with start TLS and PHP, and so I have to understand that before I implement it in a forum. It could be a nasty way to open up a mail account. I don't want to end in a spammers list. So I think this was it for this week. I'll be back next Tuesday, if I can get my recording on again. Goodbye.
photocastnetwork.com, your photography resource in the potosphere. photocastnetwork.com